If you were starting a YouTube channel or starting to create videos in some format and you wanted to invest in one thing that would improve your videos, what would it be? Would it be a new camera for higher quality? Would it be better lighting? Or would it be better sound? In my opinion, and I think this is an opinion shared by most creators, it is sound quality. You could put up with pretty much everything else, but it sounds like crap, the video is probably crap. What I want to know when I review a product is, can the average consumer, someone who's not super technical like myself, simply plug and play? Can I turn it on and use it, and does it give me the quality without all the white noise, all the feedback that I want, where I can just start editing as soon as I plug in my little SD chip into my editing software? If it doesn't do that, then it doesn't matter what the price is. So this one comes in at $199, and what I use all the time, which is what I'm using right now, is my Rode Wireless Go mic. However, I will switch to this here in just a minute. So I will tell you, as soon as I turned on the transmitter, it instantly paired with the main unit here, which is really great because it involved really no work on my part. Now, these are a little bit more unique in the fact that they do have antennas that they recommend you point towards, the signal where the sound's actually going towards your camera, whatever the main unit is attached to. The main unit itself does have antennas as well, which is supposed to give it incredibly good range, so we'll be taking a look at that. But as a car guy, I want to know how it sounds inside of a car, inside of a studio, outside. So let's get in and start using this little thing and see what the sound sounds like. And from now on, all sound will be recorded on the Comica mic. Ready? And now we are talking on the Comica transmitter, okay? So this is on the same location that my Rode Wireless Go mic was in. I have the little mic pointing up towards me. It doesn't matter if it's inside my shirt or outside. And before we get too deep into testing this out here, let me just tell you a little bit about the stats of this item, or the specs, I guess you would say. It has a 180-degree foldable antenna, 120 millimeter super long transmission distance. It is a dual channel UHF wireless microphone, which, by the way, it has two different transmitters, which is really great. So if you and someone else are out recording together, you can both have a mic, both recording into the same exact clip. They give you 48 different channels, so you can have multiple devices all working together and not having interference between them, which is actually pretty amazing. And then it has this auto scanning and IR sync, where it says that it can select accurately the channel with the least interference automatically, which that's pretty cool too. It has 16 different levels of gain control, and right now I have it on level 4, okay? I have it turned down extremely low. I like to add any of that in post, so I usually record on the lowest setting or close to the lowest setting anytime I'm using audio. So now this is obviously what it sounds like inside of my studio here, a 13 by 13 room. Before we move on, let's plug in the Lav mic and to see if it makes much of a difference in sound quality. I prefer to usually not use a Lav mic when I'm using these because I find that there's less white noise or background noise, kind of that hissing sound in the background whenever I don't use a Lav mic. Even my $100 Lav mic I use with my Wireless Go 2 mics for Rode still have white noise in the back of them, so I don't even use those. But let's just see how well these actually sound. Okay, so this is without having a Lav mic. Testing 1, 2, 3. I put the Lav mic now right on my clip, the same place the other one was. So testing 1, 2, 3. What does this sound like? So I'm really curious. You obviously are hearing this before I am right now. So let's cut to me listening to it on the computer. Okay, so it sounds much better than I was actually expecting. When you spend over $300 for your wireless transmitter and then you find one that's $100 cheaper and it sounds so far as good, you kind of want it to not sound really good, but it actually sounds really, really good. With the Lav mic, there is still a tad bit of white noise, which is expected. For example, listen. Okay, so that noise, kind of staticky, weird buzzing noise you're hearing comes from that Lav versus this right here. Listen to the noise that's coming without using the Lav mic. Can you hear the difference? Okay, so now I'm actually intrigued to see how good this sounds in other situations. So let's go do that. Oh, and before we switch over to different cameras and try it out in other areas, I will just show you here how I have it set up, what we've been using so far. So I have my TRS to TRS wire right here. This is actually not the one that they provide, just one I've always used, but they do provide one. And then I have the camera mounted up here to the cold shoe. You can see that on the back of the receiver there's just a clip, and I clip it right into that cold shoe on the top of that. And that's pretty much how I've been transmitting. So it works really well. I'm going to try to get that same setup with the iPhone as well as action sport cameras, and we'll see how those sound here next. Okay, now what if you're trying to do a vlog style and you're going to be using an iPhone like I'm on right now, and you can take a look at the setup, how I did this here. What I basically did, because I didn't have any good way of doing this, is I put this like cold shoe attachment on the back that they actually sent me. I attached the mic here, or the receiver right here to the back, then use the TRS to TRRS plug with the adapter for iPhone on the back side of that. And so then you have an iPhone vlogging setup that you can carry around. So we'll try this in just a sec here. Here we are walking around my house. We're now on like this big kind of a somewhat great room type area, pretty big, using that. What I'm gonna be looking for here, and again, I'm not using the Lav mic, I just have it attached to me, is how is the echoing sound coming along there. And let's put the shoes on and go outside and see how well it sounds outside. Nothing else changing here. All right, we're outside now. You can see we're out in the back. Don't look at my grass. I haven't taken care of it in quite a while. But so this is what it sounds like outside. Now what I want to do is I'm going to put it here on the mount and I'm going to walk away. So now my back is to. Now if I turn and face it, does that make any kind of a difference? We'll see. So again, this is all on the iPhone, okay? So I'm walking back now. It's a little bit of a breeze out here too, and I do not have any kind of a filter or anything protecting from the wind right now. Next, I'm gonna take you and put you in my pool kind of game room here, all right? Yeah, I'm gonna now go upstairs and let's see if you can cut through walls. Let's find out. Heading up the stairs, any difference? Hello, children. I'm testing out. All right, now to be fair, we're going to do this on the Rode Wireless Go as well, because as you just heard, I mean, the second that the direct transmission was cut between the transmitter and the receiver, it just all went to hell, right? Really choppy, cut out 3/4 of the words. So the question is, though, is that specific to this transmitter set, or is it all transmitter sets? Let's do the same test right now. Again, this is with the Rode Wireless Go set. Let's do this. All right, so here I am walking away, same distance as before, heading over towards the trampoline. So we'll see how this is sounding. And you're back on my pool table. Let's do this. Okay, my back is to you here, still talking, still talking. Now I am heading up the stairs. Hello, hello, hello. Coming up into the loft. Hello, children.
Hi, Pops.
Are you doing a thing?
Yes.
I'm doing a thing. All right, see you in the studio. Well, bummer. I think we all kind of came to the same conclusion there. Clearly, from a transmitting standpoint, the Rode Wireless Go was flawless, whereas the second the line of sight, the clear path between receiver and transmitter on the Comica set here was broken. It was essentially useless audio. So obviously that's a huge point. I mean, if you're going to be direct line of sight with somebody with your camera setup or whatever, totally fine. Crisp audio sounds really good. But if you're going to have any chance of you breaking that direct line of sight to the receiver, not the set you're going to want to go with. So let's now go to a different test and go inside the car when I do drives for Tesla Autopilot. This is going to be a big part of it. And something that is kind of concerning to me in terms of line of sight now is I have it mounted on a camera back here. My transmitter is going to be down here on my chest. Technically, my body is in front of the receiver. So I'm going to see how well that affects it. So I guess we will go and do that next. All right, now we are inside my car here on the GoPro Hero 9. I have the receiver mounted onto the cold shoe on the GoPro, and then the transmitter is on my chest. Hopefully this sound is good and clear. We'll take a look at that here in just a minute and compare it to the other. We're back in the studio here, just got back in from the car where it sounded crisp and clear. No, echoing or anything annoying to listen to. Overall, I've been incredibly impressed with the quality of this product in terms of sound, but there's more to it than just sound. The fact that you need a clear line of sight. However, you can go a very long distance if there is a clear line of sight to the receiver. It works well indoors, it works well outdoors, it works well inside of a car. I'm very happy with the sound. And if you're looking for something that is, you're just gonna do something like this, you're gonna be in your studio talking, you're gonna love this, you're gonna love the price all day long. You're not gonna need to spend the extra money for something that can transmit through walls, for example. Now let's talk about what comes inside of the box. Now, inside of the box, you actually get this really neat carrying case, which is unique. I've never had, an audio set come with all this stuff, which is pretty cool. It also comes with all these different wires. You get the 2 different lav mics for both of the transmitters. If you're on a windy day, you get a couple of these deals right here. I still never remember what those things are called. You get a TRS to TRS cable, as well as a TRRS to TRS cable, which is nice. You don't have to go hunt one of those down. Then you get a nice foam spot for the transmitter and receiver. So when you purchase this set, you're really good to go to recording right off the bat. And the audio editing that I did was very minimal on this audio. I really just turned them on, connected it to my camera, put it on my chest here, and started recording. All right, before we get into the price of these and the discount and everything that we got for you guys today, I want to talk to you about battery life. So I've had these on for about 3.5 hours, and even when I wasn't recording, I didn't turn them off just so I could keep the battery rolling. And they were fully charged when I started on this. And as of right now, they have 2 of the 4 bars on the battery. So they're about, I'm guessing, somewhere around 50% still in the battery. So I'm assuming they last anywhere between 6 to 7 hours on a full charge. Maybe a little bit less than that, depending on how heavy your usage is of them. But that's pretty respectable. You're gonna be able to basically record everything you need to record for a video clip long before the battery ends. And at the end of the day, that's what matters. And then you just plug them into USB-C and it charges it right back up, ready for you next time. So battery life is, plenty good for, I think, most people. But now let's wrap up this video talking about the discount. So the price of these, I think I might have mentioned earlier that they're $199. I was wrong on that. I just pulled it up and looked. They're actually $249, okay? And this is for the set of everything, the full set with the case and, all the mics and everything all included in it. So it's $249, which again is actually about $60 to $70 less than the wireless Go mic from Rode that we've been comparing it to off and on today. But what's great about this is that I actually have a discount for you guys that's huge. We're actually gonna give you guys, they're offering you guys a 50% discount with my code here, all found below in the description. So at $249, having some of those, issues that we talked about today, like the transmission issue and stuff like that, I'd be like, man, I almost wanna just, maybe pay a little bit more and not have to worry about that. They're a lot, the wireless, Rode Wireless Go are a little bit smaller. They transmit through walls, that sort of thing. But 50% off definitely makes that an incredible price to get started and get a great transmitter. So I'll put all the links for this down below in the description. You guys can check them out and let me know what you think. And so if you guys do pick some of these up, let me know down below in the description. Any questions you have, let me know down there as well. I'll do my best to get back there to them. But if you found this video that was informative and you learned something, and again, most of my videos are more or less just showing you usage of it. I don't know a lot of the tech specs. I don't really care about that crap. It bores the hell out of me. But if you like to just see if things actually work or not, I hope you got that message in this video. Let me know down below. Again, I'll do my best to get back to you there. So thanks for watching. Make sure you hit the like button if this was useful and subscribe, and I'll see you on the next one.